Good evening, otherworldlies. This is Queen Juliana, your dark masked diva. I'm going to talk about something that's kind of controversial. It's about narcissism and narcissistic abuse. So this is about kind of a secondhand narcissistic abuse. This is when you know somebody who is involved with a narcissist and you care about that person, but that person won't stop talking to you about their narcissist. Okay, and you care about that person, you care about their well-being, but they simply refuse to leave the narcissist. However, they won't stop talking to you about the narcissist and that person's abuse. They want to talk to you about it, but they don't want to do anything about it. They know that the narcissist is doing something bad to them. They know that the narcissist is harming them. They know the narcissist is not going to ever change their behavior, but they insist upon talking to you about it all the time. Meanwhile, it's just tearing you up inside because you see that this narcissist is hurting the person. Okay, so you're left feeling very anxious, sad, distressed, and experiencing a plethora of emotions because of what the narcissist is doing to this individual. And this person is talking to you on a regular basis about this narcissist. In fact, they're probably talking to you about it, maybe on a daily basis probably. This person might be a relative or a best friend or someone in a friend group, somebody who is fairly close to you. They're talking to you about the narcissist all the time. Okay, this is what happens is some people refuse to leave their situation. They know they're in a bad situation and they want to, what they want is attention, okay? They don't want to do something about a situation that's really bad. Now, I'm going to tell you a little something about narcissistic abuse, okay? This is going to sound like a bunch of bull. Okay, and to me it almost is, but speaking as somebody who is a former addict of an actual drug, this sounds like a bunch of bull to me, but as it was explained to me, is when you're in a narcissistic relationship, being with a narcissist is kind of like being an addict. The narcissist takes you on a series of emotional highs and lows, okay? So it's kind of like being addicted to a drug, to be with this narcissist. Now, speaking as somebody who had a physical addiction to a drug, I'm having a hard time relating to that and buying that, but I was told that's what it was like. So these people are having a hard time letting go of this toxic person. Okay, so it's a mental and emotional addiction. Excuse me, I'm still sick. Sorry about that cough. But I was told that, it really seeks into your mind and it starts controlling the dopamine and serotonin in your mind to be with this individual. So it is something that is affecting your brain chemistry is when you're with this narcissist. Okay, so this is what I was told about what these narcissists do to these people. All right, and you develop some kind of chemical imbalance after being with these people for a while. I was told this. Now, this doesn't sound like anything compared to the physical addiction that I experienced while being an addict with actual withdrawals and that sort of thing, but that's as it was explained to me. So it seems like if you get away from this person, you might start to feel better. But they may experience withdrawals getting away from the person. But I don't know. I don't have relationships with narcissists. So, but I've had toxic relationships and I've gotten out of them and I've immediately felt better getting away from these bad people. Okay, so I don't have anything to compare it with. I just know that when I got away from the toxic people, I immediately felt better. So I really don't have anything to compare it with. So the thing about these narcissists, they do take you on an emotional roller coaster where there are highs and lows. But back to the subject, what these people do is they subject you to secondhand abuse, okay? They're telling you all these awful things that this person is doing to them, all right? And you being a reasonable, empathic, caring individual, you don't want to hear about all these terrible things that this person is doing to them, right? So what you're going to need to do, and this is going to be a lot of tough love, is you're going to have to tell this person, stop telling me about your relationship. Okay, and you're going to have to tell them, I'm going to have to stop talking to you if you keep telling me about this relationship. All right, we're going to have to talk about something else. So what you're going to have to do, this is called putting up a healthy boundary, all right? So you're going to have to tell them to stop telling you about their relationship. Basically, we're going to have to talk about anything but this. All right, they're not going to like it. They're going to say you're selfish for not wanting to listen to them, and they're going to accuse you of all this and that, and try to make you feel guilty for not being subjected to their sick relationship talk. All right, they're going to try to make you feel bad, but you need to stick to your guns. All right, tell them you don't want to hear about it, because when I was a child, I was subjected to a bunch of sick narcissist talk that I couldn't get away from. That's why I'm such an expert on narcissists. Okay, so I mean, now it turned into something good. Now I know a whole lot about them. All right, but I was subjected to secondhand narcissistic abuse because all I did was hear about narcissists when I was growing up from people who wanted to confide in me, a child, about what they were going through with narcissists because I was such a good listener. Well, I mean, obviously I was meant to give advice and that sort of thing. They saw it in me that I had a gift, but they're confiding in a freaking child. Okay, and they should not have been doing that. You know, we're talking adults, okay? Adults confiding in a child about these people who are being mean to them. Yeah, real talk. Okay, so, and that made me very sad, being the empathic person that I am. And, you know, and I'm giving advice as a child to these adults. I can't make this up, you guys. Cannot make this up. So, I was burdened with that as a young lady, as a young child growing up, having to hear stuff like this. So, and I couldn't get away from it. But see, you can. I'm assuming if you're watching my show, you're an adult. And you can tell these people, I don't want to talk to you about this anymore, and we need to talk about something else. Because I've had to tell adults, hey, I don't want to talk about your relationship anymore. Have you ever been on social media and some people can post about is their toxic relationship, and you're like, I really wish this person would get a grip and learn to manage their relationships better and learn to make wiser choices. And it's like you don't want to inbox them and say, oh, do you need someone to talk to, because you know that's what they're going to talk about. All right, well, it's okay to put a limit on some people and say, hey, I'm really done talking about so-and-so and how they cheated on you again, or how they took your money, or how they did whatever the narcissist is doing, okay? Because I'm going to tell you something, these narcissists are never going to change. They're never going to stop doing the awful things they're doing, okay? They're never going to stop trying to break your family up and stop trying to destroy your life, because that's their MO, that's what they do. Okay, they're never going to stop trying to make you feel less than. They're never going to stop trying to invalidate you. They're never going to stop making you feel worthless. Okay, that's what they do. They're narcissists. Okay, they were like that when I was growing up, and they're still like that, and they're going to be like that when I'm long gone. They are always going to be like that. They're narcissists. That's part of NPD. Okay, they're always going to cheat on you. They're always going to embezzle your money. They're always going to do dirt. I mean, that's part of their sickness. Okay, they're always going to betray you. They're always going to be completely the worst kind of people there ever were. All right, they're always going to be a reason for people to make YouTube videos about them, write books about them, and talk about them all the time. All right, and be worried about them. So, and there's always going to be other people that your loved one can talk to, not you. You don't need to hear about them all the time. All right, and it's always going to hurt your feelings for your loved one to talk to you about these narcissists, okay? You're going to feel sad because you can't do anything about it. All right, and if you hang around and let them talk to you about these narcissists, they aren't going to do anything about it. They're not going to do anything to get away from the narcissist. They're just going to make you be a listening ear. Okay, and when they're done making you a listening ear, they're going to run back to the narcissist because they're addicted to the narcissist. And it's weird that they're addicted to this sick person who treats them so bad, but they are. And I can't understand it. I really can't. All I know is, I was physically addicted to a substance. All I understand is being physically addicted to something. I can't picture being addicted to somebody who treats you like crap. But that's how that works, okay? I don't know if you just have to have low self-esteem to be like that, or some people are just susceptible to that, and those people are, okay? But I'm going to tell you, they will never care about you as much as they care about what that narcissist is up to. I'm going to say that again. They will never care about you as much as they care about what the narcissist is up to. So I don't want you to ever feel bad about telling them no. All right. And I hate to put it like that, but I mean, that is the absolute truth. So tell them no. Tell them you don't want to hear about it anymore. Tell them we can talk about anything but that. And when they bring it up, change the subject. Remember, we're not talking about that anymore. I don't want to hear about that. Yes, I love you, but I don't want to hear about that anymore. We're not talking about that anymore. I feel disrespected when you talk about that. I don't want to hear about that anymore. End of story. We're not talking about so-and-so. I don't want to hear his name. I don't want to hear her name. We're not talking about that. It hurts my heart. I don't want to hear it. Just keep sticking to your guns. Just no more narc talk. Just like, you know what? The next time I want to hear that person's name is I left so-and-so and I'm going no contact. That's what you want to hear from them, okay? Because you're enabling them by listening to their nonsense about that person, because I'm going to let you know right now, they are obsessed with that narcissist. That's how people are with their narcissist. They're obsessed with that narcissist. They're obsessed with what that narcissist is up to. They're obsessed with, because that narcissist is making them feel like they never measure up. And they want to know why. Because that narcissist just keeps them in this state of, why aren't I good enough? Because that's what those narcissists do. And so their minds are constantly churning and spinning. Why aren't I good enough? Because those narcissists just do that. Those narcissists find those people at a low point where their self-esteem is teetering on the brink. They get them, okay? And then they just always make them feel less than. And they keep them there. And they push their self-esteem lower and lower and lower, till they manipulate him, get him right where they want him, and then they just completely manipulate him and control him, and it makes these people completely insane. Okay, so they have complete control over these people. All right, so there's nothing you can do about it, but just refuse to hear about it. That's all you can do. So just tell them no. I don't want to hear about it anymore. All right? So if I give you any good advice today, that's it. And if you don't want to tell me, hey, will you answer questions about narcissists all day? Yeah, I answer one question per person. I don't talk to the same person all day about the same narcissist. Everybody gets one question answered by me. Will this narcissist ever do this? Will this narcissist ever stop? No, they won't. They don't care about you. I tell people things like that. This narcissist will never care about you. They're messing with your mind. I answer questions like that. This person is messing with you. Yes, they're cheating on you. They're never going to stop cheating on you. Yes, they're cheating on you. I answer questions like that all day long. And everybody gets their one question answered by me. They don't get to say a yes but with me. They don't get to talk to me about it all day. They don't get to tell me a long story about it. They just get their one question answered by me, and I'm very cut and dry with them, and I'm very like blunt and direct with them, and I don't play around, and I just tell them just bare bones honest, because I just want to get it across to as many people as I possibly can. All the narcissists are the same. They have the same diagnosis. They do the same horrible, awful things, and they all ruin your life. So that's what I have to say about those narcissists. And you guys, you cannot help your friends by listening to them. Absolutely not. All right? So just say no to them. I love you all, and you guys have a beautiful evening. Bye-bye.